Hello, everybody. It's me, Mark, with Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. Today I'm going to do the Friday comic book challenge. And the challenge today was comic books that didn't start out, comic book characters that did not start as comic book characters. They started in another venue. So I've got 10 books. I'll be covering everything from newspaper strips to books to TVs, shows, and movies. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have is Tilly the Toiler. This is 4-color comics number 15. This came out in 1941, and this covers the newspaper strips of her from 1936 to 1937, I believe. The next one I have, it's just a fun little book. Someone sent to me, and it was on my desk, and I said, oh, that will work. So the next one I have here is Winnie the Pooh, Walt Disney Presents Winnie the Pooh number 14 by Gold Key. Winnie the Pooh came out in a short story back in 1924. And he was in a short story in books. So that was a different genre. Let's see, we also have Flash Gordon number 1. Flash Gordon came out in the Sunday Funnies. He was also in, in books. I believe he came out in 1934, if I'm not mistaken. And so there's another book. Now we're switching over to a movie. The next one I have here is Star Wars. This is Ewoks number 1. Of course, Star Wars was, what was it? Return of the Jedi back in 83. And everyone knows what that is, obviously. If you're into comic books, you know what Star Wars is. The next one I have, I apologize for grabbing this one. It was on my desk. It just came in the mail. This is Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which was based on the Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV show that came out in 96. The comic book came out a year later in 97. This is volume 2, and it always has Melissa, what's her name? Melissa Joan Hart on the covers. This one's in German, so I don't know where I put my number 1. I can't find it. The next one I have is a really, really interesting book. This is Archie Comics Presents To Riverdale and Back Again. This is based on a 1990s made-for-TV movie. And the movie came out, and then they released it in comic book form here. It is a square-bound book. It's kind of thick. Very interesting book. Some pages are done modern style, and some are done in the classic style there. Interesting book. And to continue on with the TV, we have Blue Falcon and Dynamite number 1. Dynamite came out on TV back in 76. I believe he's one of Scooby-Doo's cousins. Him and Scooby-Dum, and there was another one I thought. But he came out in a TV show called Dynamite TV Special or something, I believe. The next one I have here is Archie's TV Laugh Out, starring Sabrina the Teenage Witch. This came out in 1969, just as the Archie, what was it called? The Archie cartoon was ending. So they went off the air and they came out with their own Archie TV Laugh Out. Later on, you also get Josie and the Pussycats join in with this. So it has like all the cartoon characters that were Archie related in this book. The next one I have here is Thundar the Barbarian. Of course, Thundar the Barbarian made his first appearance in 1980 on Saturday morning cartoons. One of my favorites. I used to get up every morning and I grab either the big Tupperware bowl or a pot and I fill it with Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops or what was the other one? Cocoa Puffs. One of those, and then half a gallon of milk on top of the box of cereal that I just poured into the huge bowl or pot, and just sit there and watch Thundar the Barbarian. Plus the other, Saturday morning cartoons. You can't just watch one. The last one I have here is a funny one. This is the Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa #1. This also is a TV show. It came out on TV in September of '92, and then the comic book came out, I believe, in January of '93. Oh, it should say on there. Nope, December of '92. So it was a little bit after the cartoon debuted, and that was another silly one. And that's all I have for the Friday Comic Book Challenge. If you made it this far, please like, please subscribe. If you're interested in doing the challenge, you can do the challenge by making your own video. And then hashtag Friday Comic Book Challenge. The challenge is put out by Alan at Comic Collector Geek. And I believe this week's idea came from Matt Likes Comics. So if you want to make a video, go ahead and make the video and do the hashtag Friday Comic Book Challenge and be part of the community. It's fun. And I'll see you next Tuesday with a book review. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.